What is up, YouTube? Today is quad day. I'm gonna take you guys through my new setup for quads for today. And being that it's the off season, I switched some things around, a little different style than I'm used to. So instead of so much volume work, I'm gonna be putting a little bit of high intensity training into our leg day and see how that works for me. So I got two big movements in the beginning that are gonna be kind of low rep, high weight, and we'll get after that and then work into the volume work after, just pushing blood into the muscle, stretching it out, and kind of more traditional than what I'm used to. So stay tuned, we'll bring you through that. All right, first things first, you guys know the drill. Got to get warmed up. So just like Jackie and myself, we always tend to just do some leg extensions to get get some blood in and around the quads and the hamstrings and around the tendons and the knees. My knees are pretty junk from back in high school and all my years. I played a lot of football, and I was a 200-pound running back. In high school, I was a big boy. So instead of tackling me up top, everybody liked to chop my legs right out from under me. So I do find it very valuable to get these things warmed up. So I'm gonna just do 2 quick sets on this, and then next to me the hamstring curl, and then we'll get into work once, the real work, once we're nice and warmed up. And of course, everybody fucks with these machines. They'll leave the pad loose and do their exercise and let the thing wobble around until it breaks. Bunch of morons. I have very little patience in the gym for shenanigans. Normally when I do my warm-ups, for most of my body parts, I'll do like a little bit of a compound movement so I get all the joints involved that are gonna be working. But my main concern here is really my legs. my knees more than my hips. So that's why I kind of just do the extensions, and I'll do a warm-up set on the machine, which will be leg press. The Cybex leg press will be the first movement. But my knees are my priority for right now. Okay. All right, so we've worked ourselves up from warm-up set to 2 working sets at last week's weight. And I did beat last week's weight, which was 6 plates plus 35 pounds for 1 rep. So we're just gonna jump up to 7 plates total. I know that might not seem like a lot, but coming right off of prep, I'm slowly gaining my strength back. And it's really all I got. So pushing 7 plates right now. So, but I've been kind of coming back maybe 25 pounds a week pretty quickly. So that's been exciting. So we'll try to aim for 6 to 8 reps on this here. And that's kind of my version of high intensity, as heavy as we can go in the 6 to 8 rep range. And really just focus on the control and the speed and the tempo. It gets harder as it gets heavier, but just no junk reps. Make sure we're hitting the quads, we're hitting the target muscle. And yeah, that's the plan. So let's get after this last set and then we can move on. Take a little hit of these smelling salts. Whew. Woo. Oh, that's a hot tamale, as they say. Oh, Jesus. Kind of a narrow foot placing, lower into the pad, lock myself down with my hands on my handles. Breath in line. Seven for 7. We'll take it. Oh, man. This is a fun machine, but getting used to it again. Really stretch the hell out of your hips. So I think what we'll do is we'll drop this by about 20%. So that's bring us to like 5.5 plate and get a quick back off set. Try to get that for maybe 10 reps. Shouldn't be a problem. Or a little bit more, get close to failure. And then we can move on to the hack squat. Whew. Oh, my eyes are still burning from the sniffing salts. I am already toasted from the first 2 sets of this. You guys are all thinking Dave's a pussy, only 3 plates aside, but this is a very humbling machine, that's for sure. But I do love it. It's smooth, it's comfortable, it's really nice on my back. I do like the other hack that leaves your back a little bit more free. I think you've probably seen in some of my videos, I'll do my stiff-legged deadlifts for hamstrings on the other hack machine. I can't do that with this, but this is great for quads, for pressing. Smooth, good angle, big foot placement, you know, big area to mess around with foot placement here, not just a little footing, but it is humbling. It took me like 3 weeks to work up the 3 plates from like just under 2 on each side. So let's aim for 6 to 8 on this. This will be my final top set, and then we'll probably back off, probably just 2 plates and do a burnout set for a back off set. So let's give it a go. Like getting nice and low with my feet, very low, so my knees travel a little bit over my toes, or at least over the top of them, and somewhat narrow. Well, narrow, just a little more narrow than shoulder width. They're not going to be touching. All right. Okay. Get my feet just right. Arch a little forward. Okay. Oh, there's 6. Let's get another one. Come on. Come on. Okay, that's good. Oh, fuck. That's a heavy bitch. Fuck, I don't know how I used to do like 6, 7 plates on this. I probably had the worst form back in the day. I do love this machine. It lets me really get a good stretch of the quads and safely kind of go knee over toe rather than doing like a Zelcher squat or like a Smith machine squat. Just really want to try to preserve my back. I'm not 22, I'm 36, and my back has taken a beating over the years. I feel like a 2025 Toyota Camry with 300,000 miles on me. So let's get into that back off set. And next you guys will see my next movement, which will just be some quick leg extensions, hamstring curls, and then we move into the seated Roger squat for my last quad targeted movement. And we'll be moving more towards like volume work, pump these quads up. All right, so this next movement, we're gonna just sprinkle in a little bit of hamstring work on the quad day. I absolutely love the seated hamstring machines. Reason being, when you're seated up a little bit, you're already got some stretch to the hamstring, almost like you're bent over. When you're lying flat doing hamstring curls, there's nothing wrong with that, but you can imagine if there was no chest support and you were to lean over, you would notice that you'd get a little more stretch in the hamstring to start. So this allows me to sit up, and when I straighten my feet out, my legs out, I already got a little stretch and tension in the hamstring. So that's kind of really nice for the eccentric part of the movement, to just get that extra tension the whole way through and never really ease up. Where when I'm laying down and I put the weight back down on the eccentric part, and then I'm getting ready to do another repetition, it's almost like I'm standing up straight, even though I'm laying down flat. And that just leaves the tension off the hamstring and doesn't keep it in the hamstring as much as like a seated machine. So, and plus it's a little, quite honestly, just a little more comfortable for me doing it this way. Just feel a little safer in the sense of not putting tension on my back. So this, we're gonna try to get as many reps as we can. Focus on good squeeze, good contraction, good range of motion. The only thing that sucks about these is when this knee pad flies up because it doesn't tighten up very well. Good squeeze, big stretch all the way to the start position. Don't let the weight just fly up. Control it on the way up. And just pump the hell out of those hamstrings. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh. Oh yeah. Oof. All right, we're losing it. Oh, okay. Oh, that's it, that's it. Oh, oh. Oh. You do not want to get a cramp at the end. All right. Whew. Same deal. I'm gonna get a back offset and really just burn this out. Then get into quad extensions and then the Roger squat. All right, last set of the leg extensions, quad extensions, kick someone in the ball extensions, whatever you want to call it. So this is actually, well, it's actually my back offset. So we'll just kind of get as many reps as we can and go until we're burnt out pretty much. I think one thing people always forget too is like, make sure you're not favoring one leg or the other. You don't have one leg completely off to the side and the other one straight on with you. So I always try to make sure I'm lining them up properly, lined up with my knees are lined with my hip. And then you can be off to the races. Oh, already getting shaky. Oh. Oh. Okay. All right, last movement we got here is this seated Roger squat. These we just do one leg at a time. And I'm really kind of more focusing on as big of a possible stretch from point A to point B with obviously maximum amount of weight that we can use. But we're just putting 3 plates on each side. Big stretch. You got to really keep your foot quite low on this machine because it's awfully high for some reason. It's a great machine, but set up a little weird. So for quads, I almost got to have my whole heel hanging off. Line it up to the outside of my shoulder. All right, all right. Sorry. 8, 9. All right. Whew. Now let's do my good leg. Okay. One more. I gotta really work on not locking out. Even during a rep, if I'm not stopping, I tend to have a bad habit of locking my leg out. All right. Nice. Always fun having a big quad pump. All right, so all done with quads. I'm starting to really love quad day. I used to hate it, honestly, not because, we all know training legs can be difficult. It's kind of a more intense day with the weight and the workload and the intensity you got to bring, but that's the same with every body part. But the reality is when you got a fucked up back and some nerve issues in your lower back that make your legs jump and feel like nerve pain, pins and needles and all that shit. Training legs might be fun, but doesn't end up being fun having to deal with all that pain later on. So I'm gonna get my stuff together. We'll head back to the house and see what we got for dinner and hang out and go from there. Now that I think about it, we can't leave the gym without something very important, and that would be my wife. She's in the zone right now. Be careful, you get too close, she'll bite. She'll bite her.
Sorry, I couldn't hear anything.
Huh?
Huh?
Hey?
Huh?
Say what? You getting some posing done?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep, definitely part of my daily routine now at the gym.
Jack wore green because I wore green. She wants to be like me.
Yeah.
Everybody wishes they could be like me, huh?
And everybody, 2 people have asked me if I switch these out on my headphones to match my outfit. I'm like, no. Green's my favorite color.
All right. I might as well get to take a look in the mirror, see if my quads grew 3 times the size in one workout. So fingers crossed. Let's take a look. Looks good. All right, so now we can head home, go get some dinner. Actually, I gotta stop at the Hannaford's. I'm all out of vegetables. And yes, I do eat vegetables in the off season. I would go crazy if I didn't have spinach with some of my rice meals. I do like doing peppers and onions. I do have onion back in my diet, which is good because I took that out during halfway through prep. We were kind of experimenting on keeping our diet simple to keep bloat, gas and digestion kind of down. Don't really have any stomach issues, but when I do get them to flare up, whether that's from diet or I do suffer from diverticulitis, unfortunately, I get some flare-ups periodically from that. So I try not to aggravate it when I'm stress is high, food's low, digestion gets a little weird during prep. But now we can enter back into vegetables, use a little bit of garlic, use a little bit of onion. So we're gonna go stop and get loaded up and then head home and you know the drill, probably roll one up and hang out. So enough of my ugly mug.
Anyways, let's get set up.
So we are back at the house, eating our workout, watching the last YouTube we dropped, just checking it out. I barely ever double check them before I actually release them. I kind of read through them and I watch them, I listen. So we're just seeing if there's any mistakes, which once in a while there is. But what you eating, boob? What's for dinner?
Got ground hamburg.
Mouthful?
Yeah. You asked me at the wrong time. And my cream of rice with almond butter.
Nice. And I got over here, I've got my oats and cream of rice with some fruit and cinnamon, chicken and some cauliflower rice, and a couple rice cakes with some honey, and a ton of salt to finish off my post-workout meal. So that's it. That's the excitement for us tonight. We're going to watch this and then just hang out and call it another day. So meals down, training done, a lot of fun. But we appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my quad training there. It was nice to get a new routine going. And I'm starting to really like it, get used to it. A little different, so. But you guys know the drill. Like and subscribe. Drop anything in the comment that you guys want to see, in the comments below that you want to see. And we'll catch up with you on the next one. And happy Thanksgiving to everyone, even though you will be seeing this probably after Thanksgiving. So hope you guys acted responsible and didn't have too much pie. But everyone, be good. Catch up with you next time.